And on this episode of Finally Some Good News, we have this from Cosmic Book News. Blade stripped down to Mahershala Ali killing vampires. It took 5 years, 1,000 rewrites, all these reshoots, script after script, person after person being let go. All this time to realize that people who want to see Blade the Vampire Hunter do nothing but hunt vampires. We are dealing with ineptitude levels that we have never seen before. In the world of, I was going to say the world of Hollywood, the world of anything. Can you imagine for a second, 5 years ago, it said this idea was concocted 5 years ago. Apparently, Mahershala Ali brought this idea to Kevin Feige. And since then, Kevin Feige has decided to say, okay, we're going to make this movie, but we're going to take all the elements that people do not want to see and make it the bulk of the movie. It was reported that originally this was supposed to not even be Blade's movie. He was going to be the third or fourth character. That it was going to be about this group of strong, independent, and diverse female characters. And Blade is just going to be riding the back seat of this. The back seat of his own movie. The movie called Blade. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine presenting that idea to this man, 2-time Oscar winner, and you're telling him that no, we're gonna cast you as Blade, you're gonna get the role of it, but you're not gonna be the main focus of the movie. When we already had 3 movies that were damn good of Wesley Snipes doing nothing but kung fu and vampires, and you know what? Those movies were awesome. It's not a hard concept. In fact, the books have already been written for you. There's a lot of Blade comic books. So that's what makes it even worse, though. That you have source material that was actually good. You have movies that were actually good. But when Kevin Feige, since Stan Lee has died, goes off on his own tangents and does his own things, like with Captain Marvel, I don't give a shit, it's a $1 billion movie. It doesn't matter. People watched it because it came out after Infinity War, and everyone knows that. When you have this man doing his own, as it puts here, woke approach, it doesn't work out. The man, he's got to go. I don't even know right now. I'm trying to predict what Blade's going to do in the box office, because I would say out of all the movies that have come out since Endgame, Blade is the only character that I give a shit about. He's the one that Marvel fans actually care about. No one gave a shit about Shang-Chi. No one gave a shit about the Eternals. No one gave a shit about Miss Marvel, the TV show. No, if you were to line up all the shit that has come out from the world of Marvel after Endgame, Blade is the only thing I would imagine would bring people to the box office. I'm really at a crossroads here, though. Do I think the movie's going to be good? I don't even know. I can't predict this. I would say yes, it's like the rest of the MCU crap these days. It's just going to do terrible, and with Fantastic Four, I think it's going to be a box office flop, probably worse than a lot of things that have come out recently from there. But Blade is actually a cool guy. I think that's the worst problem about this. If it's a good movie, what's going to happen going forward? Is Kevin Feige and Marvel and Disney, are they going to say, wow, we made a movie that the fans want to see, and it was the only thing that made money. So we can do 2 things. We can either keep going down this route of making good shit, or we can go back to doing the stuff that no one gives a shit about. And I don't think they're self-aware at this point to really make that change. I really don't. So good on this guy. He fought like hell for 5 years to try to get this movie made the way it should have been made, which should not have been a remote question to begin with. And when it comes out in theaters, shit, man, I'm gonna go see it because I support him. I like this actor a lot. The first time I saw him was in this TV show, The 4400. And after that show, his career has skyrocketed. 2-time Oscar winner? And now you're gonna be Blade, one of the coolest Marvel characters? Shit, man. If this guy is a stock, I would bet really high on him. But the problem is, Marvel. Marvel is the only thing that could destroy this movie. And as these reports are coming out, I really don't know what to believe, though. I kind of say the same thing with the whole Daredevil Born Again, how they filmed a couple of episodes, they said it was shit, and they scrapped everything and brought in different writers, and now we're hearing about all the inclusive and diversity casting people in this, and how they're changing up so many different things. We didn't get that from the original couple of episodes that were already filmed, right? To my knowledge, there was no talk about all these inclusive and diversity characters that are just going to be used as a shield for any and all criticism. No. We were told nothing of that. We're only told these things now. So, with Blade being just about killing vampires, fucking grain of salt here, man. Grain of salt, because I remember the director for Aquaman 2 said they removed a lot of Amber Heard scenes and her role is only down to 5 minutes because they listened to the fans, and that was a fucking lie. So if Marvel's coming out here and putting this saying, oh, it's just about vampires now, like I said, man, grain of salt, 50-50 on this. It's honestly a coin flip at this point, though. But what do you guys think about that? You think Blade is going to be a good movie? Do you think if it is good, it's going to promote some kind of change in the world of Marvel? Let me know what you guys think about that.